What's up, guys? You're listening to another episode of Selling on Amazon with Andy Isom. Another year is down. This is my 2023 year in review. It's been another blessed year over here at AMZ with Andy Isom, as well as for our Amazon brand. And I wanted to take the opportunity in this episode to share with you guys what did not go well this year for our brands and for my personal business, but also what did go well for my businesses this year. So you guys can maybe learn from my mistakes, our mistakes, and hopefully learn as well from some of our successes and our wins and things that maybe we did do well this year. This marks almost 4 years since I started doing this podcast, which is still crazy to me to think about that we're still here 4 years later and that these 4 years have passed by, man, so fast. It seems like the 4 years of, recording podcast episodes for you guys has gone by 4 times faster than 4 years of high school did back in, 2005 to 2009-ish. But it's been so fun. I get so much personal fulfillment from seeing you guys be successful, obviously getting your messages, reading your reviews, getting your emails, the stories that you guys have shared with me, even on my own podcast, right? And the interviews that we've done. It just means so much to me, right? Like I said, it's so fulfilling to see you guys going after your dreams, starting your own businesses and finding success, right? Doing this. So it's the reason why I keep doing this. It's just so fun. I just love teaching. I love coaching people and, trying to help people create awesome, amazing brands that can change their lives. So let's jump into the meat here and let's talk first. Let's get the maybe the Debbie Downer stuff, the negative stuff out of the way first with what did not go well this year. Now, speaking specifically about our e-commerce brand, right? Our Amazon business. One thing that did not go well for us this past year was our new product line. Now, technically we released it in the end of 2022, but 2023 was the first full calendar year of selling our new product line outside of dog bandanas, right? So for our new dog leash that we released in late 2022, but again, sold this entire calendar year, it didn't go as well as we hoped. I mean, we sold roughly $35,000 of the SKU. We only had one SKU, one variation for the whole year. And that was something that we also dragged our feet on, was getting multiple variations out. It already took us a long time. It took us about 2 years just to get that first variation out. You guys have heard me in other podcast episodes talk about this product. It took us 2 years to develop. We had over 12 samples. We worked through maybe 4 or 5 different factories. It took a long time to get it right. And we're happy with the product and the way it turned out. But now just trying to figure out like that sweet spot of where should the pricing be? What do we need to do to optimize our listing better? What can we do better to promote this product? And then obviously the main factor is coming out with new variations. Now we did come out with a new color variation right there at the end of the year, this year. And it's actually done really, really well. The conversion rate on our new color variation is actually a lot higher than our original color variation. So that leads to some hope here for 2024 with that product line. We've got more variations on the way for that specific product. So again, we're hoping that maybe kind of fine-tuning, putting some more attention on that product line, we can grow it a little bit better than the results that we had for it in 2023. The next thing that did not go super well for us this year was overall growth, just overall growth of our brand. We've been kind of plateaued with our total yearly revenue for the past couple of years. And I've actually talked about this in the past. And I think a huge reason for that is we have reached what I like to call market maturity for our product line. When you think about e-commerce or business in general, right? It's a big game of supply and demand, right? There's only so much demand for a specific product, for a specific market or niche, right? And then you've got the supply side, right? So how many people are selling products in that market? So the supply keeps going up, right? Because there's new sellers also selling dog bandanas, people keep coming out with new stuff. And so the supply keeps increasing, but the demand maybe is not increasing at the same pace that the supply is. So we're having more supply, but not quite the increase in demand. And with our product, right, we've kind of carved out our niche within the market because there's other sellers who are actually outselling us. They're doing more revenue per year in the category, but they're also selling for a lot cheaper price. So they're selling more units, right, more volume, but they may not necessarily be making as much profit as we are, right? And so for us at the end of the day, it's all about profit. So we're trying to put forth forth the best offer and maximize sales to maximize our profit. And we've kind of peaked. We've kind of realized, okay, there's only so much demand for this product line, right? And there's only so much demand for our offers based on our price point and our bundles and things. And so once we kind of maximize that, we've kind of realized, okay, this is kind of the peak market share that we're going to be able to really capture with our offer. Now, we could probably increase revenue by lowering our price, but that would also probably cut into our profitability. And so we're pretty happy with where we're at with that product line. So again, I think a big reason why our overall growth for our entire brand hasn't really gone up in 2023 is again, because we didn't do a good job of expanding into new product lines. We only had the one new product line with one variation in 2023. And that I told you $35,000 came from that. So a huge thing for us, if we do really want to keep pushing overall brand growth and equity, right, in our brand, is to put much more focus on new product lines. I think the new product lines for our brand have kind of been like an afterthought. It's like in our meetings and like in our, our priorities, it's like, okay, yeah, if we get to it, let's do it. And it's kind of like a side project. We almost treat it like a side project. And we have multiple new product lines on the way. And most of our focus, like even like when we have meetings and we talk, with our business partners, the beginning of every meeting and the focus of every meeting is like on our current products, which again makes sense. We want to make sure those keep, doing their thing and making money because that's what the big money maker is for us right now. But again, I think we almost need to shift that focus to where the priority is on the new product lines and getting those launched and selling and scaling and marketing those products a lot more than maybe our existing products. That kind of leads into the third thing that I wanted to mention that did not go so well for us this year, which is I've already kind of said it, getting new SKUs out. We did an okay job of getting new bandanas out. In fact, I would say we did pretty good, actually. We got a bunch of new styles out, a bunch of new designs out. But again, as far as like new SKUs for new product lines that we've been working on the entire year, we just kind of dragged our feet on getting those out. Now, the good news is, actually, I'm kind of like leaking now into what did go well is we have wrapped up a few of our new product lines and we've made those orders. So those are coming out. I'm gonna place the orders and we have multiple variations coming out for a few of those new product lines. So again, excited to get those going. Hopefully we can kind of, again, make those a priority to really push growth of our overall brand. The last thing that I'll mention as far as what did not go so well this year, and this one is just from my personal business, right? AMZ with Andy Isom, is podcast listener growth. And I actually, in my notes, I put podcast listener growth, but I would say in general, I would just say follower growth. Now, I say that, with a little bit of hesitation because one thing that did go well in 2023 was email subscriber growth. A bunch of you guys have hopped on the email list, which is awesome. I've been trying to share more tips and more strategies and advice via email for you guys, and also making it easier for you guys to grab some awesome deals on my program. So again, big thank you to everyone who has hopped on the email list. Hopefully you guys are getting value out of some of those emails and also snagging some great deals on my programs as well. That's been a focus for me in 2023. And I would say that's going pretty well. But overall, as far as like follower growth, listener growth, it's been pretty consistent. Like it's been pretty the same, if we could put it that way. And again, I don't know if that's, again, like I've reached like market maturity for my podcast where there's only so much demand of people looking for an Amazon related podcast, right? So it's not like I can just see exponential growth forever because again, there's only so many people interested in selling on Amazon, private label, and want to listen to content in podcast format. So I kind of feel like I've reached also my market maturity there. So it's been consistent throughout 2023 with the podcast listener growth. It hasn't gone down, which is good, but hasn't necessarily gone up any more than it has maybe in the first 2 years. Same thing with like my social media channels, Instagram, TikTok has started to go up a little bit. YouTube has gone up a little bit, but it's been a slow grind on YouTube, TikTok, and then Instagram as well. Now, I'm not here to like bash the algorithm in any way because personally, I'm not the type that thinks like, oh, it's the algorithm's fault. The algorithm is punishing me. The algorithm is why my Instagram reels don't get 50,000 views or TikTok doesn't get 1 million views. You know what I'm saying? It's not the algorithm's fault. It's just that my content needs to be better. That's the bottom line. And I know that. I know that my content is average at best. Let's be honest. And that falls on my shoulders, right? In me just trying to put forth a more focused effort on actually creating content that is going to be educational, entertaining, entertaining and interesting for you guys. So that's kind of a big focus, I think, for me moving into 2024. And I'll talk more about that in the next podcast episode. But I've been investing a lot of my own money, time, resources into trying to create better content for you guys, because I don't want to waste your time, right? I know how valuable your time is. And I know if you're like me and the little time that you maybe do spend scrolling on social media, just trying to either learn or decompress or laugh, you want to make sure that you're being entertained, right? Or educated wherever you are spending, like on TikTok or YouTube or wherever you're right, you're spending those minutes. So I want to make sure that I'm actually creating some content for you guys that kind of checks all of those boxes and is educational, engaging, interesting and stuff for you guys. So be on the lookout for that. And you'll notice, you guys who have followed me long enough, you notice like I'll test stuff. I'll test new formats of content and different things to see, hey, is this interesting to you guys? Is this helpful for you guys? And if not, then I stop, right? So that's going to be something that I try to put more effort into is trying to, up my game in the content creation outside of, recording podcast episodes, but in the actual visual, video, photo, whatever type of content. I don't know what it's going to be in 2024. We'll see, to help you guys learn, be entertained, educated, right? All those things through social media to help you guys get your businesses going. Okay, let's talk about what did go well. Lots of things I would say did go well this year for our e-commerce brand, our Amazon business, my personal business. I just want to share just a few of those for you guys. The first one, I already hinted at it a little bit, and that is wrapping up some of these new product lines and getting those inventory orders in. So again, I've got a new product line coming out very soon. We've got 6 variations that are coming out from day one for this product line for Remy and Rue. Super stoked about it. The product is outstanding. We found an amazing supplier. Yeah, so I'm excited to get that out. We've got new variations of our leash coming out. We've got other product lines on the way very, very soon. We're just finalizing the packaging. So again, hopefully we can put a really good focused effort on those new product lines for 2024 to again grow the total revenue for our entire brand. The next thing that went well for us this year was outsourcing more of our own business operations. If you guys are looking for a good book to read, go check out the book Who Not How. Who Not How. I read that book in 2023. I can't remember exactly what month I read it in. It was around the summertime. I actually think I read it kind of when I was at Lake Powell on family vacation. But Who Not How, and focusing more. This goes for my e-commerce brand, but also my personal brand. Outsourcing more. Outsourcing. Quit trying to do everything yourselves, guys. I actually just talked about this on a recent podcast episode where if you want to get to the next level, you got to be willing to spend money. And when I in the episode where I talked about this for your Amazon business, I'm talking about invest into your business, invest in talent, invest in contractors, invest in coaching, mentorship, services, whatever it is. If you really want to get to the next level, you have to be willing to invest. And I've seen that, guys, that is 100% true in any business, because I've seen it in my own business. I've seen it with my e-commerce brand, but I've also seen it in my personal brand. So in our e-commerce brand, guys, we're outsourcing more. We're outsourcing content creation. We're outsourcing management of our business, PPC, inventory. We're offloading stuff that is bottlenecking our business. Because if creating content is a bottleneck for us and it's, keeping us from growing, we got to get it out. We got to get it out and let someone else who's more capable do this for us, right? So the more that we've been able to do this, the easier it's been for us managing our business, but the better results that we're seeing already from doing that. And same goes for my personal brand. I've talked about this, guys, before, but when I first started doing online business stuff, and this is maybe even before AMZ with Andy Isom. This is like from my friends. You guys remember the Learn How days where I was teaching people how to do like iPhone tutorials, but also online business tutorials, blogging, YouTube, video editing. Like I was doing tutorials of all sorts of online businessy stuff, affiliate marketing. And during those years, those were like the 2016 to 2020 years. I tried to do everything myself. I really wanted to like make it as an entrepreneur in the online space. I was like, I just see this opportunity to make money online using the internet with, digital content and that type of stuff. And I just really wanted it. And so I just hustled and I just did everything myself. Created content, edited videos, recorded podcasts, edited podcasts, posted, created, ads and ran the ads. And, I did everything myself. And what I realized was, one, I just wasn't that great at everything. I was okay. And the more I did it, the better I got, but it just took a long time, right? To learn and get good. And even then, I still wasn't as good as people who had, for example, run Facebook ads for years and spent millions of dollars. I had spent a few $1,000s and I didn't make that much money. Like, I'm not kidding. From 2016 to 2020, guys, I would say realistically in those 4 years, I probably made from my online businesses maybe like $70,000, $80,000 total in 4 years. total. So that's not that much. I mean, that might sound like, to some of you, maybe like, wow, 70,000 is a lot of money. But over the course of 4 years, it's not that much money. That's not that much money. From 2020 to now, end of 2023. So the next 4 years, I've probably made over $500,000. Actually, yeah, probably six. So we could say from 2016 to 2020, I probably made $60,000. From 2020 to 2023, the next 4 years, I probably made $600,000. That's a pretty big increase when you look at those 4 years and the next 4 years. And guess what? Both of those timeframes were both 4 years. So how did I go from $60,000 in 4 years to $600,000 in 4 years? Honestly, guys, outsourcing. Straight up. I started paying for stuff. I stopped being a tightwad and thinking I can learn it all on YouTube and I can do it myself and save money. That was my philosophy from 2016 to 2020. I'll watch some YouTube tutorials. I'll figure it out. I'll Google it. I'll do it myself. I'll learn how to do it. And I did not pay for anything. I didn't buy courses. I didn't pay for mentorship. Guys, from 2020 to 2023, these past 4 years, I've probably spent I've probably spent at least $50,000 just in coaching and mentorship. $50,000 just in coaching and mentorship in the last 4 years. And that's for multiple people. I've done multiple programs, courses, $50,000 I've spent. Would I say the ROI is there? Absolutely. There's things I learned. Yeah. Is there things in those courses and programs that like I didn't use and I still don't use? Yeah. But there was every single time I've invested in a course or coaching or mentorship, there's always been a takeaway that has changed my entire perspective and has taken me to the next level. Maybe not like in that week, but maybe a year later or 2 years later, what I learned from that experience took me to that next level. So I always find some sort of ROI from those experiences. The other thing too, guys, just from not just like investing in courses, coaching, mentorship, that kind of stuff, but investing in people. So instead of trying to like edit everything myself, I've had an editor now, video editor, podcast editor. I've brought on a virtual assistant. I've had Samantha with me for, three years now, who helps me with a whole bunch of various tasks, does sales calls, all sorts of stuff for my business. I've actually gone through multiple advertising agencies, but like I'm to the point where I'm not afraid to pay to learn. I'm not afraid to pay. And that's not just like I said, it's not just for like courses. I'm not afraid to pay to learn. If I pay someone, like I could pay someone else to do something for my business, edit something, run ads, do whatever it is. And that learning might be like, oh, I learned that didn't work. What they didn't work. So let's try something different. And so I'm always I can't remember who said this, but someone said it really good. I saw this on social media a while ago where actually I think it was Amy Porterfield. Shout out Amy. There's really no such thing as losing in online business. I don't even think about the word losing. There's really only two words: winning and learning. When it comes to business, you either win, like you do something and it makes you money, or you learn. You do something, it doesn't make you money, but you learned that doesn't work. So I'm either winning or learning at all times. And so with that mindset, I'm not afraid to spend money. I'm not afraid to go spend $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 on a program, a course, a service, an agency, ad or content, whatever it is, because I know if it works, it's going to make me money. I'm going to have a positive ROI. And if it doesn't, I'm going to learn that doesn't work. And now I know not to do that anymore. And I do something different until I find what does work. And over the course, like I said, of these past 4 years, it's paid off dramatically for me personally, right? And my family. Next thing that has gone well for us this year, or me this year, this one is related to Amazon, is we got our patent. We won our patent for our product. And so now we are in the process of defending that, looking at all of the brands and products out there that are infringing on our intellectual property. And that has been a huge headache. In fact, it's probably the worst thing that you have to do as a business owner. But it's one of those things that is very, very powerful in protecting your brand, especially if you've come up with something new and unique. So I'd recommend you guys go out there and do everything you can with trademarks, with copyright, with patents, if possible, right? And defend it, right? Defend it. And that will keep a lot of those bad players trying to just knock off all of your hard work at bay. The fourth thing that has gone really well for us, and this is for our Amazon brand, but also my personal brand, guys, is earning a full-time income. Like I said, there's so many ways to make money on the internet. The fact that we can earn a full-time income from our Amazon brand, but I can also earn a full-time income from my personal brand, it just proves that like there's so many ways, guys, to build successful businesses these days on the internet. All you got to do is be willing to put in the work. So you got to be willing to put in the work and be patient enough to learn through the mistakes and just keep going. Just persevere. Like I said, 2016 to 2020, 4 years, guys, I made barely any money, but I just persevered. I was like, I'm going to figure this out. So a lot of that time was like doing stuff that didn't work. That was a learning phase. Those were 4 years of learning, not losing, learning. These past 4 years have been less learning and more winning, thankfully. So those first years, guys, are just going to set the foundation of learning. You're going to fail and see what doesn't work a lot more than probably what does work. But guess what? The more you fail or learn, the more you're going to win. So it just takes time. You just got to stick it out long enough and you'll figure it out. Okay. The next thing that has gone really well in 2023 that I launched at the beginning of the year was my new programs. So at the beginning of the year, I thought a lot about like trying to figure out a way to help more people design programs that were more catered. I had just been kind of doing coaching and Zoom calls and kind of random style of mentorship for people, but I wanted something that was like much more concrete and scalable and easier to, again, deliver to more people at different stages and different budgets and things. So that's where I come up with the Piranha Anaconda Jaguar concept, the Conquer the Jungle, the Amazon Jungle, all that kind of thing. And those programs have done really well. We've had well over 150 students across all those different programs in 2023. We've tweaked programs, improved them over the year. We've come out with Jaguar Light. We've got Black Panther in the works. So we're always looking for ways to improve those programs. But I would say overall, those have been a great success and students have loved the programs and the results that we're getting, which again leads me to, I would say, I'm going to kind of bundle all three of these. I had them as 3 bullet points, but I'm going to kind of put them all together here. The last thing, guys, that went really well this year was your success. Like I can't believe how many messages I got this year from you guys saying, I just reached $1,000, $10,000, $100,000, $500,000, $1 million in sales. Guys, it's been incredible. Literally, I am like, my mind continues to be blown at how many people are finding success doing this. It's crazy. This is an incredible opportunity. Multiple 6 and 7 figure sellers now, crazy growth stories. You probably listened to a lot of the interviews that I did this year with students and stuff that I've shared on my social media about, crazy growth, crazy sales, awesome improvements from people. So gosh, I just have so many former students and brands and products like flooding through my mind right now from 2023. And it's just so inspiring to see you guys reach these new benchmarks and these new milestones with your own success. So big shout out to you guys for, again, sticking with it, sticking through the tough times and continuing to learn and invest and grow. You're going to make it. Guys, it's just a matter of time and you just have to persevere. The students who win, the students who are sending me these messages, the students who are seeing crazy growth are the ones who just don't give up. That's the bottom line. The ones who don't give up. I've seen these students go through crazy ups and downs to where they even thought like, I'm done. My business is over. My account shut down. I got hijacked. The competitors knocked me off. Like everything you can think of. Yet these people come back from these challenges and completely reach new milestones and blow their previous results out of the water. Incredible to see. Super inspiring to me as well. So thank you guys so much for sharing your stories with me this year. I hope that you can continue to share those with me in 2024. I can't wait to do even more interviews with you guys to share your awesome success stories. Guys, it's been a great year. Again, I appreciate you. I appreciate the reviews. I appreciate the feedback, the support of obviously my programs, my services. So thank you guys so much. We're doing more to help you guys in 2024. More info coming on the next podcast episode. But guys, once again, I'm Andy. You're listening to Selling on Amazon with Andy Isom. We'll see you in the next episode.